And so I wanted to reflect, who I am now, artistically. So, I'm always tweaking things a little bit. So, but yeah, that probably was the fastest one. It was like 2 hours.
Yeah, what was it like for the first time that you came into the studio? And obviously, like I said, having been in the studio before, but just not being the main person in the studio as well. I mean, how was it for you to kind of for the first time just to be the kind of the center point and to be able to work in a studio?
That's a great question. So I realized, because so much of what I had done was live, I realized that it's a totally different approach in the studio, which is why I'll do a lot of vocal coaching for a lot of different artists that struggle in the studio. They're great live, and then they get in the studio, and it's like, okay, why can't I get the same emotion across, standing here in this tiny little box of a room in front of a microphone that I can in front of hundreds or thousands of people live? And it's because it's a different energy. There's no energy to feed off of except your own. And so you really have to change your entire approach when you walk into a studio. And that has been a totally different art form that I've spent years and years working on, because it's completely different when you do background vocals versus being a solo artist. You have the freedom to 100% express who you are as a solo artist, and you don't have that same freedom as a background vocalist. You're zeroing in on the artist. You're zeroing in on their timbre. If your voice is a little thicker or heavier than yours, you thin it out. You do everything that you can to manipulate your voice to sound as close to theirs as possible so that you can create a perfect blend. So it's very, very technical when you do background vocals versus total, creative freedom when you're an artist. So it's two totally different approaches, but the studio is just completely different than live, completely different.
That brings me into a very interesting question that I ask a lot of musicians. Really, to tell you the truth, some prefer the club, more intimate settings. Some people prefer the stage. What do you prefer?
I love a big, huge stage, and more people the merrier. I love the energy. There is no such thing as a stage or a place that is too big for me. I'm thrilled. It's a different feeling with a club. As long as I feel the freedom to perform, that's what I need. I struggle a little bit with songwriting events because I'm a performer first, and it's more about telling a song or the story behind a song rather than performing. And so sometimes I feel very awkward because it's like, I'm just supposed to sit here and not move, and I don't know how not to move like when I'm singing, because it's something that it's just kind of like stepping into a different role almost. But I would say stadium.
Well, that is interesting. Like you said, there is a kind of a, it's almost 50-50 by the sounds of what a lot of musicians say, because some people like that intimate setting, and some people like to have the room to move, and to be able to really act with the crowd too. So it's interesting. It's always interesting to hear what they have to say about that. What's going on with you right now? I mean, tell me a little bit about what's been going on in terms of your musical career, and what can we look forward to over the next couple months?
Yes. So Work It has been out. It's a song I'm really proud of. The musicians that were recording on it are incredible. It was produced by Dan Huff. So it was a dream come true to work with everybody that was involved in that song. And I'm really proud of it. I love the fact that, it's a song that celebrates women, but it doesn't celebrate women in a way that I find is happening so much in country music, which is, are ballads or mid-tempos. It celebrates women in a way that makes women want to get up and dance and feel inspired to, get out and, kick some butt. And so I love the response that it's been getting. I'm incredibly grateful for the response that it's been getting. So we have that out now, but we are looking into our next single. So we're just trying to find the perfect date and what that release date is. I'm in the process now of picking the right director and the right location to shoot a video for it. It's going to be a ballad, and it's a song I'm really, really proud of. I'm incredibly grateful to have it on my EP. It's a song that really just talks sort of about my entire time in the music industry, and this crazy dream of mine that I kind of just can't let go of, and my heart, and the things that I've been through, because it's not, smooth sailing for anybody in this industry, no matter what it can look like on the outside. It's full of major ups and downs and lots of roller coasters, and for me, it's been a very long road. So it's trying to find the perfect location to shoot the video and the perfect date to release the song, and so that's what we're focused on right now. After we release that, we have one more single that we're looking into releasing, and then we'll be releasing the full EP. And I'm really excited about it. Like I said, it's been a long time in the making. A lot of people have been involved in my life that have just been so instrumental in helping just make all of this happen, and I'm incredibly grateful.
Was this the first time that you've ever shot a video?
For myself.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of videos for a lot of different artists as a background vocalist, but this was my first as a solo artist. Yeah.
So yeah, obviously, like I said, you do have some acting experience as well. So obviously, it must have been a lot of fun doing this and kind of doing at least a little bit of acting during the photos and during the shoot as well. I mean, first of all, how was the experience for you to kind of be, kind of the focal point of the video? And second, I mean, is acting still something in the back of your mind?
Yes, and yes. Yeah, so I grew up in evangelism, but I was also discovered by an agent when I was 4 and got a manager at 5 and started doing a lot of musical theater. And so acting has always sort of gone hand in hand with me in music. And so even though I've sort of stepped away from it, not intentionally, I just go where the opportunities happen, and the opportunities for me happen in country music. And, I grew up singing a lot of Southern gospel and listening to country music with my dad, so that sort of felt like home, and it felt like sort of going back to my roots. But, I love any opportunity I get where I can dive in and feel like I'm jumping into a character, or playing a role, or getting to do some acting. I miss it. I would love to do it again in any form or fashion, whether that's television or film or theater. It'll always be part of me. I don't think once you do that, I don't think it ever sort of gets out of your blood. And I've had great experiences, so it's always something that I'm thrilled to be able to do in any form or fashion. But yeah, doing the music video, it was a blast. I mean, to see all of these people, we had a massive crew, and it was this huge warehouse that we shot in, and I'm so grateful. I was like, wow, this is all here for me, and I'm getting to do this, and to dive in and play sort of the different roles throughout the video. It was an awesome experience, and I was thrilled with it, and I'm thrilled, with the outcome, and it was a blast.
Will you be performing anytime soon?
Yes, I'm looking into dates right now. My focus is the single, and my focus is trying to get that out. But I am always booking dates. So I just got back from Ohio, did a great date there for college. They were doing a big reunion, and so that was a lot of fun. I've got a few shows coming up in Nashville. I think they're private, though. But so if anybody wants to book me for public things where I can actually put it up there and people can come, let me know. But yeah, I'm booking now. So you can reach out to me on any of my social media sites. Cherie Oakley Music is my Facebook site, and you can book me there. You can go to my website, which is cherieoakley.com, or contact me on Instagram, which is probably Cherie Oakley, and that is the name. It is not, I know it's not probably Cherie Oakley, but it's actually called Cherie Oakley. But yeah, I mean, I love performing live. That's my favorite thing. So I have not slowed down. I've just had some private dates that I've been doing.
Well, it'd be nice to get you out here, especially the PBR next month. You know, if they have any open dates, hopefully they bring you out here. I mean,
that'd be incredible. I love that.
Yeah, and I know Reba and Brooks and Dunn does a residency out here as well. So it would be interesting to definitely see you out here at some point. Many opportunities for you. So, fingers crossed I get to see you come out when you come out here.
Yes, of course. I would absolutely love that. I'd love to meet you in person.
Oh, definitely. And, it's great to be able to see so much the success that's been going on as well in terms of your career. I mean, we got the new single out as well. People can check that out. If you go to any of your social media sites, I'm pretty sure there are links there and all that as well. Anything else you want to add?
I'm just so grateful. The response has been incredible. I'm so thankful that people are excited about my music, that it's starting to catch on. There's nothing more rewarding than, going through all the ups and downs and working really hard and, traveling such a long road and finally getting it out there and seeing the response. I just wanted to say thanks to everybody who's been involved and who's championing me and my music. It just means a lot.
Well, it's always great to have that fan interaction out there, too, and to be able to see the support, and I'm pretty sure you gained a lot of fans from season 1 of The Voice, and they've carried on for their career, too. So, again, I'm really excited if you ever come out here to be able to perform, and I think that'll eventually happen. It just sounds like we're working on that album, and hopefully, I guess, you get the call. I'm hoping that maybe you get the call to maybe do some performing out here in Vegas sooner rather than later. So we'll see what goes on with that as well. So
I love Vegas, so that would be fantastic.
Yeah, and again, thanks for joining us, and best of luck to you coming up in the new year. And we'll hopefully we'll see more stuff from you, and we'll hopefully get you back on. Hopefully when if and when you perform out here. Or when a couple of those singles drop.
Yes, that would be great. I would love that. So thank you so much. I appreciate you having me on so much.
Oh, no problem at all, Cherie. And again, best of luck to you coming up the new year.
Thank you.
After the break, we will have our interview with Pink Floyd's Scott Page. My guess you can call a renaissance man in terms of his career, besides the fact that he has played saxophone and many other instruments for many different individuals that you may know. He has launched several different multimedia and technology companies along the way, including New Media Broadcast Company, Direct to Care, and Get Your OPI. I am privileged to have Scott Page on with me right now. How you doing, Scott?
I'm very good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting just to read your biography and just to be able to see all the things that you've done, throughout your life, in terms of both business-wise and art-wise as well. I mean, music-wise as well. I mean, how do you balance between the two? I mean, that was my biggest question.
Well, it's actually interesting. I love business, and it's kind of funny. When I was out on the road with Pink Floyd and we were playing, I'd be studying. We took a 2-year tour, and I got into studying business. I figured for that 2 years I was going to be out, because as soon as I finished that tour, I figured I was going to go start my business. So I really got into the business side of it. My dad was a serial entrepreneur, so I've always loved the art of business. So I try to combine the artistic part of business and the business part just as much. It's as artful as actually making something creative in that sense, because it is creative. So, but it is a different kind of mindset. Myself, I usually, when I do a project, I'm constantly thinking about it from a business point of view, not just from the artistic point of view, which is usually a problem. Most people don't like to do that, because then it starts becoming too business-like and not enough art. But for me, it's if I'm going to make something, how do I make it successful at the same time so that the art actually gets out there? So I love the whole idea of business and art kind of combining the two together.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the creative aspect of everything. I mean, to be able to come up with an idea and to execute that idea, it translates very well from a musical mindset over to a business mindset. We've seen that